Hey guys, so this video I'm going to be reacting to the next Marvel movie. I'm going chronological or by release date. And this one is going to be Thor. And I think I've seen it before, and I think I remember bits of it, and I honestly, I have more fonder memories of this than any other, post Avengers MCU movie. So because I'm starting to get more interested in like Norse mythology, and I know somewhat this, at least the first two of the Thor movies are more true to Norse mythology than after the Avengers. But like I said, I haven't watched it in forever, so it's still going to be, I think, pretty new for me. So let's just get started watching it. Start. So, did they know how powerful the storm is, or did they just randomly drive into the middle of a storm that they, I'm assuming, don't know much about?
From a realm of cold and darkness came the frost giants.
So, are the ice giants and all that, are they supposed to be like the original or origin of like the Ice Age and all that?
I'm ready, Father. So am I.
Only one of you can ascend to the throne, but both of you were born to be kings.
Yeah, that's such a great way to, pit the brothers against each other.
Do you swear to cast aside all selfish ambition and to pledge yourself only to the good of the realm?
I swear!
None this day. I, Odin All-Father, proclaim you
Wait for it.
frost giants.
So, can they not, despite being gods, just like vamoose everywhere? Or is it because they're in Asgard, they don't have the same powers as they would on Earth?
They have paid with their lives. Destroyed at its work. Casket is safe and all is well.
All is well.
Might want to figure out how the hell they got in there.
Well, I want to know why.
I have a truce with Laufey, king of the Jotun.
Okay, so I'm on Thor's side in that try to figure out what happened, because if this happened, then it would probably happen again. So that truth doesn't really mean shit if the guy keeps trying to steal a thing that he's probably going to use to try to take over the world, or, whatever again. But then I'm also on his father's side, about not starting a war unless you have to, so. Although Thor is more just, it feels like he wants to go do this thing just to fucking go fight, as opposed to doing it to try to figure out, stop, this from happening again, to prevent war.
We will find the breach in our defenses. It will be seized.
As king of Asgard.
But you're not king!
So, it talks about how, he's becoming king. So, why is he becoming king again? Is Odin retiring or something like that? He's just gonna go hang out and then chill for the rest of eternity?
This is my day of triumph.
Also, his father talks about how both him and Loki will be king. How is Loki supposed to be king? Was that just something to like fuel like Thor's ambitions or something? I don't know. Unless he's going to be king of some other of the ice giants, maybe.
They found a way to penetrate Asgard's defenses once. Much to say they won't try again. Is nothing about defying Father.
Yeah, like he didn't know exactly what was going to happen if he said that.
We're going to Jotunheim.
Yep, he knew. He know how impulsive Thor is.
Couldn't you just leave the bridge open for us?
To leave the bridge open would unleash the full power of the Bifrost and destroy Jotunheim with you upon it.
Yes, I wonder who let the frost giants into Jotunheim. Couldn't possibly have been Loki, right? And this is all just a big, plan to get Thor down there. Because Loki wants his power, take place as a king. That's supposed to be Zachary Levi, isn't it? I think I heard that he played this character. Just doesn't really look like him.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
So, just toss it and hope for the best, I guess.
It's pretty obvious. Oh my god, Eric, look at this! We have to move quickly before this all changes.
Love how guy she just hit is supposedly rambling nonsense, and he's like, oh, gotta look at this, whatever symbol.
Dornheim!
New Mexico?
You dare threaten me, Thor, with so puny a weapon?
So once again, he got taken out by a taser. Did, he lose all his powers when Odin, took his title and all that away? Or is it the hammer that gives him powers?
What he did in there, I'm not sure finding him is the best idea.
Well, our data can't tell us what it was like to be inside that event, and he can, so we're gonna find it.
And he's gonna pop up right behind him.
What?
Yep.
We should never have let him go.
There was no stopping.
So did his friends suffer any punishments?
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
You have my word.
Good.
Why is it bugging me so much that his hair is so blonde? It literally looks like he doesn't have any eyebrows because his eyebrows are so blonde, they like blend into his face.
Oh my god. This is going on Facebook. Smile.
And this is where we say goodbye. Jane Foster, Eric Selvig, Darcy, farewell.
All right. Back to work.
Awkward as shit.
You want me to slow him down, sir? Or are you sending in more guys for him to beat up?
I'll let you know.
Ah, this fucker.
Father is dead. Your banishment. The threat of a new war. It was too much for him to bear.
So I'm assuming that he's probably under the spell of Loki so that he can do the whole he's actually dead to, make Thor feel like he's the reason for why. I know this was supposed to be based on Hamlet, right? And once again, don't know much about Hamlet, but I believe it's like the uncle that kind of sows doubt between father and the son, and the son has to kill his uncle, right? Jansen thing. That's the thing I've never gotten about Mjolnir. I'm not sure how it is in the myth, the actual North myth, if other people could lift Mjolnir, fuck it. This one talks about how someone who's worthy. So who's to determine who's actually worthy? What do they have to go through to determine whether they're worthy? Because there are so many people that I'm sure would be worthy. But what, everybody who lifts it or tries to lift it isn't? That's why I always kind of roll my eyes when someone says, "Oh, such and such can lift Mjolnir." When it comes to like, speculation to which superhero could lift it, because if they're a superhero, then by facto, wouldn't they be able to lift the hammer? No problem.
I suspect that the Asgardians would not take kindly to a king who had murdered his predecessor. Once.
So how in the hell is they supposed to know that he killed him? I mean, he could do all this other shit, so why not disguise his killing him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't usually have guests. Actually, I never have guests. That's not the right place for it. I'm sorry.
You would defy the commands of Loki, our king. Break every oath you have taken as warriors and commit treason to bring Thor back.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
So you'll help us?
I am bound by honor to...
Is this supposed to be Freya? Because for Goddess of War, she really didn't put up much of a fight.
Come on, what happened to you on Earth that turned you so soft?
Will you lay down?
Don't tell me it was that woman. Oh, it was. Well, maybe when we're finished here,
I'll go and kill her.
Visit myself.
How predictable. That gotta be funny.
I could have done it, Father.
You gonna do this whole Lion King bit? So that was Thor. I think it had more heart than any of the current MCU movies, I can tell you that. Felt like they're actually trying to teach us a lesson, but not in a really obvious way. Obviously, I know that this is probably supposed to be like, take inspiration from Hamlet, which, what with Northmen, I think, does the same thing, but that was originally supposed to be based on a North myth, or like North mythology or whatever. So I guess it's kind of relevant, or I guess it's appropriate. But I really thought Northman did it a lot better. I don't know, it felt very like it could have done with better writing, if you know what I mean. Northman, I think, was very good writing. And a lot better acting, because, the main character, Alex, what's his face? Alexander, whatever his name was, he acted more like with his body, than anything that makes sense. And, what, I guess, dialogue we got was good. I don't know how to explain it, but I just thought the Northmen, since they're both supposed to be like North gods and all that, North mythology, did it better. Felt more like Viking-esque, with the Northmen versus Thor. It feels very comic booky. Obviously, I know, don't get on my ass, because I know it's a comic book movie, but still, I still prefer it if it were more like North mythology, because even like all the Odin and Thor and all the North characters felt very cartoonish compared to like more badass, is what I'm kind of wanting. Kind of makes me excited for Twilight of the Gods, because that's when hopefully we'll get more like badass version, at least on live action. I mean, Natalie Portman was good. She was fine for, what she was given. oh, what is his face? Yeah, God, who played Odin? What was his name? God, Hannibal Lecter. Freya, if that's who it was supposed to be, Odin's wife, I was disappointed with because Freya was a goddess of war, and I really wanted to see an actual goddess of war, you know, fighting and all that. Loki was okay. Obviously, I could tell from the. I mean, I knew, I already know about Loki anyways, but I could tell from the very beginning, kind of, he was doing all this. I guess with the subtle acting, so I guess that was good on what's his face part. Of course, you had to get the Shield in, and of course Hawkeye of all goddamn people. Guess he's about as useful as he's ever been in any of these goddamn movies. But so that was my reaction to Thor. We'll see with the next movie because that one gets the most shit. So if you did like this reaction, give it a like, subscribe, get notifications for all the videos I'll be doing. You guys have a nice night, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.